Jai Janendra. I welcome you to this course on Karma and Science. This is the first time ever that such a course has been offered. This is a unique interdisciplinary course blending philosophical karma doctrine and science, particularly the biological science. You shall have inputs from Jain philosophical doctrines, biological sciences, and neurological sciences. It shall enable the students to appreciate that biological science is not enough to explain the working of the body. Intelligent working of the body is in fact due to the presence of the soul. Student shall know how the karmic forces interact with the body and control its structure, operation, and functioning. Students shall have an opportunity to learn from experts in the field of Jain philosophy, biology, and neuroscience. Karma and rebirth are the two most important presuppositions of almost all schools of Indian philosophy. Doctrine of karma teaches us that pleasure and pain, urges and impulses, emotions and passions, our thoughts, speech and actions are the result of karma. Scientific facts explain many details of the body. It is believed that these can also help in better understanding of some of the principles of philosophy. Biological science explains the body and how living beings go about in pursuit of their particular activities. And the doctrine of karma shows why they do so. That means the science is limited to explaining how of the processes, and the doctrine of karma provides the reason why they do so. Study of philosophy and science together can help finding answers to great questions such as the relation between the soul and body. Science considers an organism to consist of body, and that life is explained by the properties of matter and laws of nature. According to science, genes carry the code that regulates the body and its functions. You will study more about the genes in coming lectures. According to Jain philosophy, karma is responsible for organization and activities of the physical body. So, genes are supposed to be significantly influenced by karma in their working. This is what we anticipate. The processes in the body are determined by not only the properties of matter and laws of science, but also by karma. So, it is interesting to study the relation between karma and science. I have a small diagram here. It shows the soul in the yellow block, matter in the blue block, and body in the brownish block. The body consists of soul and matter. Okay, this is the philosophical view. And the body processes are governed by properties of both, the soul and matter. The soul and matter together constitute the body, and body is therefore governed by the properties of both the soul and matter. As I told you, this is philosophical view. Science attributes the body processes to matter only. Science thinks that it is only the body only consists of matter, and therefore all processes in the body can be described or explained by the properties of matter and the natural laws or laws of science. And this kind of thinking leads to an illusion and wrong interpretation and conclusions by science. Science thinks that it is happening because of matter. In fact, it is happening because of matter and soul both. And it is very difficult to discern the effects of the two, that is the soul and matter, in the body. But it can be assumed with almost certainty that all intelligent processes are due to soul. Our body is acting and working very intelligently, and this intelligent action is due to the soul, because the soul has the property of intelligence. So this course is going to be useful to those individuals who want to understand the working of karma in scientific perspective. Okay? And number two, those inquisitive scientists who are impressed by the wisdom of ancient traditions of East and wish to know more about this and gain more knowledge from this tradition. And also those inquisitive philosophers, who believe that the scientific knowledge may help in better understanding of the philosophical principles. This in fact is very interesting, because I have myself found that we understand the Jain philosophical principles, many of them, better if we know science. So we shall talk a little bit about karma in Jain philosophy. According to Jain philosophy, a living being consists of three principal units: soul, karman body, and the gross physical body which is visible. Primarily, the soul is associated with the karman body, and the physical body is connected to the karman body. So the karman body is a link between the soul and the physical body. There are two approaches to study this system, which consists of three units. One, spiritual approach, and second, scientific approach. In the first approach, focus is on the soul. The object of study is soul, body is supporting means. Effect of body and its activities on the soul is studied. Soul, when associated with the body, is in impure state. This soul that is associated with the karmas, this soul undergoes the cycle of birth and death and suffers the pain and consequences according to the doctrine of karma. Efforts are made by individuals to reduce the karmic load and ultimately eliminating the karma. Soul free of karma enjoys the perfect bliss and its other great natural powers. So, a soul which is bound by karma does not experience its full powers. In the second approach, focus is on the body. The body is the object of study and soul is the supporting means. And the effect of soul and karma on the body is studied. The body, is a wonderful machine, and no man-made machine can compare with it. the processes taking place in the body are not found outside the body. This is due to the forces of karma and the ultimate source being the soul. I have shown these two approaches by a diagram here. Starting from the left side, you see the yellow block representing the soul. Then in the middle, we have a karman body, and this contains the karma in the physical form. And again, these karmas are divided in two divisions, agati karma and agati karma. You will know more about it in the lectures to come. But the karman body, assume that and accept that it is consisting of two divisions, ghati karma and agati karma. And on the right hand side, I have represented the gross body. Okay? And I have divided the gross body in two parts, the head consisting of brain particularly and the rest of the body. According to the Jain philosophy, the ghati karma, which are shown in the red in the middle, they act more or less with the brain in the head. So that interaction you see by the red line, the ghati karma interacting with the brain in the head. And the agati karma, shown in green, they interact with the entire body as shown here. So this is how the interactions broadly are taking place. Agati karmas concerned with architecture, design, construction, operation, activity, performance, and age of the gross body. These karmas manifest all over the body. Ghati karmas concerned with functioning, behavior, and psychical performance of the body. These karmas manifest mainly in the brain. The question is how the karmic forces act on the body. Okay, this is the thing we want to know and we want to study. Study of this interaction requires the knowledge of both the soul and the science. So we will study all the aspects. Traditionally, emphasis has been laid on the first approach in the agams and is generally followed for emancipation of the soul. So the first approach is the traditional approach, where the focus is on the soul, and you want to uplift the soul. You want to uplift the soul to a state where it is in the pure form. With the advancement of science, the second approach has now become attractive and is drawing attention of many scholars. Because the science has told us a lot about the body, We know a lot about the body structure, the body processes and so on. And therefore, naturally, the question comes to mind, how far the karmas are controlling the body structure, the body processes, and how. So this is a question, and that is the question which is explored in the second approach. Is it possible to pursue both the approaches simultaneously? Answer appears to be positive, as we find many sages and saints such as Acharya Mahapragya, Acharya Kanakanandi, Acharya Nandi Ghosh Vijay Suriji, Muni Sri Mahendra Kumarji, and many others studying and writing on scientific aspects of Jain philosophy. So both approaches are attracting attention of our saints. And there is now a team of scientists engaged in the study of second approach and at the same time pursuing life in accordance with the first approach. That means the study and focus on the second approach does not come in the way of pursuing your life in accordance with the first approach. This is not so. You can do both simultaneously. This course is designed to help such efforts and also create interest in non-Jain scientists to study Jain philosophy. So this course, particularly on karma and science, is mainly focused on the second approach, but it does not say that you can't have the first approach simultaneously. That is also possible. And it is hoped that the course shall motivate the students to undertake further study and research in the area of karma and science. This is the main objective of the course, that to enable the students to have a knowledge of this area and then go ahead with research, which is very much needed to unveil the entire relationship between philosophy and science. Thank you.